Alright folks, it's Monday again, so let's do SMonday with Sam. So last week we got the 114 SP2 from Ranked. It took about a week and a half for the delivery of the Ranked rewards, but it's the usual. The vehicle is actually pretty good. The only downside is it's pretty big, has no armor, so it's chunky boy, but there is a slight matchmaking discordance, if you call it that. But imagine if you're top tier in a tier 8 through 10 match where you're matched up with a assault gun, tank destroyer, or a heavy tank like a mouse or object 268 version number 4. So the problem with that is you're stuck in the back while their tier 10 tank destroyer is going after your tier 9s. So that's why some people are getting lower win percentage with this vehicle than actual 268 number 4 or something. But small differences. But if you're just all tier 10 match, it's pretty well to do by itself. Camping in the back is sniping, so I actually like this vehicle. I like it a lot better than the Grill 15. A lot better. Mostly because the turret traverse dispersion is not 0.4. It's 0.06 or something, but it's a whole lot better. You can actually snapshot the gun. You don't have to wait until the bloom that is like half the screen or something. It's terrible, but alright. So there were two new maps on the super test. One is called Plantation, one is called Silent Garden, but until we actually see it on the common test, just fluff of air, so whatever. There are like a bunch of super test maps that we got for Recon last year, but I mean, it's already been a year. Come on, guys. Or at least 6 months. Come on. Give us unbalanced maps. We'll play with it. We'll complain about it. You'll rebalance it. Then we'll complain some more. But at least we'll have something new, right? I don't want to complain about old maps all the time, but... So, Art of Strategy is being pushed. I think this may be the new Steel Hunter or something, or the new mode to try to grab some people's attention, but they are pushing it pretty hard compared to last year's version. Last year was just a sandbox version and that was it. So, I guess they're really going deep with it. So you get to play with pillboxes or install turrets and I don't know, watchtowers and stuff, but just use all heavy tanks or all heavy armor vehicles like a E3 and just camp base. Wait until all the noobs die off, or just command one of the STRV on a hill and just shoot downwards, I guess, with a watchtower spotting for it. I don't know, there are a few tactics, but aggressiveness is not recommended because bots are stupid. But then again, it's pretty much the same with all the noobs as well. So don't be too aggressive, but we'll see what happens with the Art of Strategy or Order of War, whatever they're going to call it. Alright, one more round of the common test. So the third iteration should be happening this week around Thursday or Wednesday or Friday, one of which, but mostly Thursday. Since there were no balance changes to the premium tanks in the second iteration, I presume there are no balance changes for the last iteration before we see the actual patch. So we have to talk about the actual buffs to some of the premiums, like the ship TVP, the Czech tank destroyer, as well as the object 780. They nerfed the K2 a little bit, the IS4 at tier 8, just a slightly nerf, but so we'll talk about that. But the downside is the guys at tanks.gg are on spring vacation, so, or they're busy or something, so the site is not updated to the common test. So for now, it's not exactly accurate with the comparison, I guess. So it's not updated to 1.16.1. We have to wait. Or I can just do it by hand or by JPEG, like days of old. Alright, 1.16.1 is to be released sometime mid-April to late April, so That is the Art of War or Art of Strategy, one of the which, as well as adding the frontline mode ready for May. So we get to see that. They also add the final chapter or fourth chapter to the battle pass thing, but they'll announce it later on, so we'll see what happens with that. But it's a random tier 8 or 3D style, I don't know. It could be like the what they put into the common test, which is the 122 TM with the Lunar New Year skin, which is average, but I doubt it, so we'll see what happens with that one. But I think it's practically just a marathon in disguise. It's 2 weeks of mid-May to the end of battle pass, so practically 15 days for a marathon for a 3D skin as well as a premium tier 8. It's a marathon with more steps. And finally, the biggest news out of all of them is Wargaming will leave Russia as well as Belarus, so they will hand off the servers of the RU region to another third party called Lesta Studio. So they will no longer be affiliated with Wargaming, and it will be like a Chinese server similarity, I guess. So because of obviously the war in Ukraine, the Russian ruble is dropping like a stone, so everybody's jumping ship, and Wargaming is going to be one of them, and turning the RU population base into something more of a Chinese server-esque of a deal. So I don't know how I feel about this. I mean, they still hold the EU server and North America server and Asian servers, but just operates differently. So they will accommodate all the employees and have severance pay and yada yada. Obviously, they will take a hit, but RU server is one of the biggest. Actually, there are like 10 servers for the RU region. There's only like 2 or 3 for the EU and 2 for North America, even though one is in North America, one is for South America. But I think 1 or 2, actually just 1 for the Asian server. Somebody might correct me on that one, but yep. Largest population base is going down to a third party, so we'll see what happens. But if they still makes money, then I mean it could be like Armor Warfare, just dragging by its foot along. I mean, Armor Warfare is not dead yet after so long of a time, so you see what happens with a few bucks. And Wargaming is bigger than Armor Warfare, so don't want to poke that with a 10-foot pole. So what a wacky week. I mean, this conflict has been around for about a month and a half now. A month and a little bit more. A month and a week. But Jesus, the impact is huge. Crazy stuff. Well, good job, Putin. Everybody's jumping ship. Some of the funnier side story that's not related to Wargaming or World of Tanks or whatever, just personal side story, I guess, is that my parents are avid, or mostly my mom is avid news watcher, and she actually bought like, I think it was like 30 pounds of sugar. It's like, what the hell? Why do you buy so much sugar? She's like, oh no, it's sugar shortage in Russia. Oh no, you need to buy all the goddamn sugar in the world. Like, what, Mom, you got? Why the hell do you got so much sugar in the house? Stored up in the pantry or somewhere? I don't know. So panic buys, but hey, it's sugar, not toilet paper. So tits and tat, tits and whatever. But yeah, this everybody's behaving crazily. So everybody panics, everybody goes nuts, and you panic buy stuff like common day items like toilet paper and sugar. Next you'll know, you'll buy something like chopsticks or something. I don't know. That's racist. I don't know. People go nuts. Sugar, salt. What else? Noodles. Oh, there's no spaghetti and no any type of pasta at my local grocery store. Just nothing. That was a big explosion, but people panic buy. I mean, alright, I mean, sure. So, this week, I'll look forward to going through the stats changes by hand or by JPEG with the premium tanks on 1.16.1. Mostly are all buffs, so we'll talk about that. I mean, it's still interesting how we're getting like super test of tier 9s. So right at this time last year, we got the Cobra, the updated stats for the Cobra, as well as the Lorraine 50T. So some of the tier 9s for next year are going to be presented, in a sense, around this time this year. So we got the Chieftain prototype. Anything else at tier 9? I mean, it could be the 752, but that came out last year, so it's not exactly new, but hey, maybe they'll reuse it or something. I don't know. What a crazy, crazy world. So, yeah, Steel Hunter, dead. It was interesting during all the, what was it? The PUBG hype or battleground thingy hype, whatever they call it. I forgot the term for it now since it became not as popular, but yeah, everybody just spawns in with random equipment or random drops, and that was the hype for late 2010s, I guess. Then everybody grew tired of it, mostly the kiddos, so no more monies from like Fortnite or PUBG or whatever, so it became dead, thank God. But guess Steel Hunter died the same way, just not big of a splash in the beginning as well. So yeah, that thing died off, especially when you don't have to play it for the tier 9. That's what happened last year. If you get battle points or battle pass points regularly, and you can also get battle pass points with playing Steel Hunter, I would rather just grind my vehicles than play with Steel Hunter. Grind my crew, grind my vehicles that I actually have in the garage, not some weirdo Frankenstein of a KV tank or T20 tank or something, I don't know, or Chieftain Cromwell tank or something, I don't know. Yep, don't have to play with that thing anymore, so that got swept under the rug, and we're going to see what happens with the other servers, but I doubt anything big will happen to the North America or the EU server because of the switch and Wargaming handing off the Russian servers population to a third party. So I don't think there's going to be that big of a ripple. I don't know, but we'll see what happens. Then again, everybody's been complaining, yeah, World of Tanks is dying. Well, it may, so we'll get to see, but whatever. We'll jump to something else. But there you go, folks. SMonday with Sam. So I'll catch you guys next week with new updates as well. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.